Hi everybody, it has actually been a really long time since I have checked in with you all. I actually just got back into the country. I've been gone in New Zealand for the past like 2.5 weeks and have just been preparing for winter break and things like that. And yeah, I kind of lost track of time and looked back and saw that my last upload was a month ago. So I'm glad to say that I am back. School has started. The semester is going very well so far, and hopefully I can actually get started and get on track with my video uploads. So I kind of just wanted to do a little life update with everything that's going on, my animals, for this video. I also have something exciting at the very end, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, it has been pretty hectic lately since I got back from New Zealand, which was like 5 days ago or something like that. And so I had to take all 6 of my animals. They were at a friend's house. I had to go pick them up in my truck, not my car, and my family truck. I had to take them all the way back to Columbia and unload, and my room is actually chaotically a mess that you cannot see right now. And yeah, so I'm actually back, halfway settled in. My animals are settled in, I'm not. And everything's going very well, actually. All my animals, they did very well on the car ride. My hedgehogs were actually running on their wheel in the car. I kept them in their cage just because it would be easier for the time being, and I think Lena or Pippin was running away on their wheel in the car, so that was funny. Aria, she did very well this time around, I think. The way, whenever I went back home from here, she did. It was pretty rough. I had her in a pillowcase just to keep everything dark and hopefully for her to stay calm and whatnot, but it was like an 1.5-hour car ride. So I drove her all the way to my friend's house, or actually I drove her to my house, and that was fine. But then when I went from my house to my friend's house, for some reason, and it was like a 7-minute drive, she was not having it. I tried hooking her out of the pillowcase, and she seemed okay, maybe a little bit frisky. I hooked her out and then held her with my hand to place her back in the cage, which was not a good idea. I found out the hard way. You should always hook them after a car ride from the pillowcase to the cage and just leave them alone for like 2 whole days, because as soon as I put her in the cage with my hand, she was like jumping into the cage, and then she went and curled up, sat and stared at me and my friend, and just started striking at the glass, like basically telling us to get the heck out of there and leave her alone. So we did, and yeah, on the way back here, everything was okay with her. I unloaded her, I hooked her, or actually I just put the whole pillowcase in the tank that time and left it open for her to come out. She crawled out later that night, and I left her alone for 2 days, so this is the first time I've actually picked her up since then, and she has been very, very well behaved. She's a very moody snake. The more I've gotten to know her, I always give 2 days buffer zone, not touching her, leaving her alone at all costs after feeding, shedding, and, or at least like the period whenever she is trying to shed. And transporting, because she does not like any of those at all. Like, she does not like to be bothered, and that's fine with me. I have plenty of other animals to keep me entertained. She is doing great. If you guys want to take a look at her, she's gotten a little bigger. This lighting is terrible. She's always very interested in lenses. Oh. Very interested, I don't know. But yeah, she is doing pretty fantastic as it is. All my other animals, they're doing great. Lady is always good in the car. She just kind of crawls up in her rock. I have her strapped into a seat belt, her whole tank and everything. She crawls up and falls asleep in her cage and waits for her to get back out, or for us to get there. Lena and Pippin, usually I have them in their own carrying cases and just like throw the cages in the truck, but this time I just had so much in my car transporting that I just left them in there and they were fine. My spiders, they're doing fantastic. I got them upgraded cages. I'll pull one out for you. So this is what I have now for my spiders. They're still about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than when I first got them. It gives them a lot more room. I put a lot more dirt in there for burrowing. I can already see that they shifted it around a lot. Who is this? This is Aragog, I think. The only thing that I now have to do, it's only been a day since I've had this, I need to figure out a good humidity trapping way because this lid is a little bit too airy. There's holes all over it. So I don't like how much air can get through there. So the humidity has problems trapping it in. And then there's also, I would like to find a decent hide. I don't know if you guys have any good recommendations for tarantulas. If you have any good... Okay, sorry, my camera died, so I just had to fix that little issue, and I just set Arya down on her little perch so I could do that. But anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. Aragog, this is his new enclosure. It is much bigger, much better for them to move around in. It's the perfect amount of space because tarantulas don't really need a whole lot of space, but definitely more than when I first had them in, and since they've grown just a little bit, I figured it's time to get a upgrade. So yeah, you can see I have this little mouse hide. It's very small, but I believe that they could use a smaller one. So if anybody has any recommendations for the hides that they use for their tarantulas, if you could send me a link in the comments or something, or have me search something on Amazon, that would be awesome because I can't find anything smaller than this at a pet store. So yeah, that's about the gist of me updating all my animals. They're all doing fantastic. I had a friend of mine watch them for 2.5 weeks and while I was gone out of the country, and she said that they were great, so that's always good to hear, and I'm very, very happy to be back in the gist of filming. I've been missing doing that, and just, I don't know, life gets crazy, especially if you're in school, you have homework, you have 6 animals to take care of, and you're traveling to and from different locations that you're living, and all that jazz. So yeah, throughout the next few weeks or whatever, I'm hopefully going to be uploading my New Zealand travel video that I've put together. It's not very long. I just have some more videos to add to it once I find my GoPro charger. But that'll be really, really fun. It's not very animal oriented or anything, but it's very, very nature oriented if you really like that. So that'll be really fun to watch, upload, and I kind of just want it out there for friends and family to be able to access easier than Facebook. The quality will be much better than Facebook too. So yeah, now on to my surprise that I have. This was actually kind of last minute, and I'm really, really psyched for it because I've never done this before. And there's actually not a whole lot of you subscribed to me, so I feel like I don't know, it's just a more inclusive little thing that I'm doing. So I decided I wanted to do my very first giveaway. I went out to the pet store today and picked just 2 things out that I wanted to go ahead and do this with. Very small, but still, like, your chances are pretty high compared to a lot of other giveaways out there, I feel like. I don't really know if anybody cares what else I got from the pet store. But, you know, I had to get my crickets and my mealworms. But the next 2 things, they are hedgehog oriented, because, you know, that's kind of how I started my whole channel, was with Pippin. And so I thought it'd be appropriate to do my giveaway for those who also have hedgehogs or are about to get hedgehogs. These are just 2 fun little things that aren't really, like, necessities, but are strongly encouraged to have with your hedgehog. So the first thing that I picked up, I actually have one of my own, and I kind of want to get a second one because I only have one. But this is a very, very popular item with hedgehog owners. It's the Pet Stages Fresh Breath Mint Stick. This is what it looks like. This lighting is so bad. Hedgehogs, they love these. I think it's just maybe the minty flavor smell to it, I don't know, but I remember Pippin was absolutely in love with this when I first got it for him. So yeah, this is going to be the first thing in the package, and yes, they are going to go together. There is one winner for this giveaway. Now the next thing, it's a little bit better. can I open this? The next thing that I got was a sleep sack. It's got a picture of a little ferret right here. But I actually have one of these. I only have one and I want to get another one. They're not necessary, or like they're not like essential for hedgehogs, because if you use like fleece lined blankets, your hedgehog's most likely going to burrow in the blanket and be fine. But it is very recommended to have one of these, especially if you're using bedding like Carefresh or something that they can't really cuddle up in. Or if you don't have, I don't know, if you just don't have one of these, they're awesome, awesome, awesome to have. So I picked this guy up. It's the All Living Things Sleep Sack, ideal for ferrets, chinchillas, rats, guinea pigs, and also hedgehogs. So even if you don't have a hedgehog, just enter into the contest if you have any of these, any kind of little animal that would love having this. Even hamsters and mice would probably love it, rats, all them. But yeah, this is a actually super, super nice quality one. It's very, very large, but the hedgehogs will absolutely love this. It's got like a wire holding up thing. You can also just put them in here for cuddle time, whatever you want to call it, bonding time, that's the word I was looking for. For bonding time, you can use this, just stick them in the sack and just sit on the lap, watch TV, just let them whatever. Either way, these are always, always super nice to have. What I like to do with mine in Lena's cage is I kind of shove it into her igloo and then like open it up where the opening is so she can just crawl right in her igloo. She'll pull it out sometimes out. She likes to play with it. They're also really nice for carrying cases. I think I accidentally left my carrying case at home. But if you put the sack in there, in the carrying case, and then put your hedgehog in, they'll be nice and warm, especially during this winter time. If you have to take them to the vet or something, you want to have a blanket in there so they don't get cold, because they're very susceptible to the cold. So yeah, you would be getting this sleep sack as well as this mint stick for your hedgehog or rat or whatever you have that you want to have these things. I just think it'd be really, really cool. Okay, so basically for this giveaway, in order to enter, you're going to have to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment. I will be going through and like checking all the stuff, all the requirements, whatever, for whoever I choose. It's going to be at random. It doesn't matter who comments first, who subscribes first. It's not in any particular order. I will be setting the usernames through a generator. So basically, have at it. Hit that subscribe button wherever it is, I don't know. Leave a comment down below and hit the like button, and you will automatically be entered into the contest. And if you are the winner, I will reach out to you probably through a YouTube, either on your comment or an inbox. I will probably inbox you, so keep an eye out for that. If nobody answers within the next week, I will probably choose somebody else. So make sure you stay up with that. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end here, unless you just kind of skipped there. Doesn't really matter to me. What are you doing? Look at her. But yeah, that was my little life update for now on all my animals and everything that's been going on. Thank you guys for sticking around. Actually, as I always say, I'm going to try and get better at this whole weekly or bi-weekly uploading. So yeah, don't forget to enter into the competition, subscribe, like, leave a comment, just say hi or anything basically. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.